Welcome back to the channel and happy new year. It's the 2nd of January. We've got new goals to work towards. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the structure of my training and my nutrition to achieve the goals. First of all, we are going to be doing a 2-week shred. This is the post-Christmas and New Year condition. We've held it relatively well. Last video, we started the shreds, Christmas, New Year, it got in the way and we wasn't able to do it. So we're gonna go back into it now with a different meal plan, a different training structure to achieve the new goals. So we've got 2 weeks to get shredded inside out. We then got 3 weeks to get ready for the marathon. We're then gonna focus again on physique development for a photo shoot. We're then gonna train for a 100-kilometer ultra marathon, which is gonna be brutal in itself. So we've got big goals. We need a big plan, a big structure. We need big work rate to make it happen. So let's get into this video. Starting with meal one, this hasn't changed. We've got a lean body protein shake, 40 grams of protein. For me, it's good quality protein. I can get it in very, very easily. It's light on the stomach just before going into the gym. Calories are low, so I'm gonna save a lot of my food for later on in the day. So we're gonna drink this and then we're gonna go and hit a session up. So just before training, we've got a double espresso, we've got an intense ginger shot. And a little tip that just helps me is avoiding things like milky coffees. When I went through a phase of being lazy, I was having iced Spanish lattes. And when you're just chasing nice taste, you're chasing that comfort, you're not focused on progress. So having a double espresso, the things that don't taste nice, but they fuel me, they keep me feeling energized, that allows me to operate at my best. So let's get this down us and then we can finally get into the gym. Time to train, just gonna give you a walkthrough of what we're doing, because the nutrition is very important, but what you also need to understand is the amount of output someone is doing. So everything that I'm doing is based off my current weight, which is 88 kilos. Daily steps are in at 10K, and we're now gonna go and train a pull session, and we are gonna go and do a 60-minute cardio session. Low intensity, steady state cardio, because it's just gonna be the best at managing fatigue in a fat loss phase. And from a weight training standpoint, we're gonna train pull, so we're gonna do back and biceps. We're gonna do 3 back movements, 3 sets on each. We're gonna do 2 bicep movements, 2 sets on each. We're gonna do 1 rear delt movement, 3 sets on that. We're then gonna train abs and we're gonna do 60 minutes of cardio. Now that is what we call earned. It's now 2 p.m. and all we have had is the 40 grams of protein shake. We've just boxed off a big pull session. We ended up doing 1.5 hours of cardio. So 4 weeks out from the marathon, output, to be honest, is absolutely through the roof, even though this week is a deload week. But now post-workout, we've got 200 grams of cooked chicken. We've got 200 grams of cooked white rice. We've got 75 grams of sweet corn. We've got 50 grams of kidney beans. We've got some tomatoes. We've got some cauliflower. Calories and macros for the meal: 690 calories, 71 grams of protein, 78 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fats. Post-workout, you want low fat, high carb, and high fat. Fat slowed down digestion. Post-workout, you want carbs that are gonna digest very, very quickly to replenish glycogen post-workout. So we've got good quality protein with the chicken. We've got good quality carbs with the rice, and I just top up with kidney beans, sweet corn for added fiber, and also it just tastes nice as well. Every meal, there's a few things that I'm looking for. Good quality protein for muscle protein synthesis, good quality carbs that are gonna give me sustained energy. I don't wanna be peaking and crashing. I need to enjoy the food, so everything I eat, I enjoy the food as well, and it just sort of makes me feel good. So it's focused on looking good, good body composition, but also operating at a high level in terms of energy levels and just overall mental clarity as well. We're gonna enjoy this meal, and then I'll catch you for the next meal. So we're now in for meal 3. It's 6 p.m. I always like to, in a fat loss phase, save 2 meals from 6 p.m. just to control appetite. If you're someone who eats all of their food, say by 5 p.m, you're gonna sit there, you're gonna get hungry, you're gonna be bored, you're gonna rummage through the cupboard, you're gonna fall off plan. So if you have 2 meals by 6, a big meal like this, then like an evening sweet snack, it's just gonna keep you satiated and it's gonna keep you from rummaging through those cupboards. But here we've got 250 grams of cooked fillet steak and 200 grams of white basmati rice. Calories and macros for this meal: 710 calories. We've got 70 grams of protein, 56 grams of carbs, 19 grams of fats. Again, good quality protein, good source of carbohydrates, healthy fats, which are important not to neglect for cognitive function and also hormonal balance. And you see a lot of people online talking about carbohydrates are bad. If you're cutting body fat, you need to cut them out. Couldn't be further away from the truth. Carbs, glycogen, main source of energy, which is going to drive performance levels. If you deplete performance, you start losing muscle. So very important. You keep protein at a baseline, fats at a baseline, and get as many carbs in the plan as possible. So that is the calories and macros for this meal. We're going to enjoy this, and then I'll see you for the final meal of the day. Final meal of the day, which is going to be a sweet snack. We've got 250 grams of 0% fat Skyr yogurt. We've got 100 grams of strawberries, 100 grams of blueberries. We've also got a blueberry muffin. So calories and macros for this meal: we've got 640 calories. We've got 35 grams of protein, 87 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of fats. Again, good quality protein, fruit, micronutrients. Muffin, to be honest, it just tastes nice, and I need one thing that I just really look forward to, and it just helps keep me on track. So total calories and macros for the day: we've got 2,310 calories, 216 grams of protein, 230 grams of carbs, 54 grams of fats. Protein in a fat loss phase, I always want to have it about 2.5 grams of protein per kilo of scale weight. I'm roughly 88 kilos, that's approximately 2.5 grams per kilo. Fats I will manipulate between 40 and 60 grams, keeping it in as a baseline. I don't want excess fats because it's going to serve no purpose. But also, if we neglect that, we're neglecting our hormones, we're also neglecting cognitive function, and then the rest of the calories we make up from carbs, which is 230 grams of carbs, which is very aggressive for me. So this is going to be a 2-week cleanup / fat loss phase. I'm looking to drop about 4 kilos. Now this is a daily deficit of 1,500. I don't recommend that for a lot of people, but I'm lean as it is, and I just want to get this wrapped up in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to lose muscle in that time frame. And also I can adhere to the plan for that time frame as well. With the amount of movement I'm doing, so I'm 88 kilos, intense training, 10 to 12K steps. We've done an hour and a half of intense cardio today. We're burning roughly 3,800 calories across the board just to maintain, so in a 1,500 daily deficit. That is going to drop about 1.5 kilos of body fat a week. Over 2 weeks it's 3 kilos, and then you've got to account for the water weight. That is going to come off with that as well, and that is ultimately how we've set out this structure over the next 2 weeks. Once we complete that, we then get ready for the marathon. We're going to be pushing food up, holding condition, and pushing performance levels. So that is a wrap for today's video. So we're 88 kilos this morning. Let's see how we get on next week, how much body fat we lose, and what manipulations to this plan we're going to make next week to keep dropping body fat. So I will see you on the next episode.